But is a bit cautious. But I think we all agreed that this process is shambolic. It does not respect the will of the people of Bomet. It does not at all. It started, number one, with two aspirants exclusively appointing returning officers and clerks with the exclusion of the rest. Presiding officers and clerks. Presiding officers and clerks. Now, when two individuals in collusion with the CRO are given the leeway to appoint or they infiltrate the structures to appoint presiding officers and clerks, then your guess is as good as mine. The script was to doctor results of specific seats at the polling station. And indeed, it came to pass. If he was almost leaving a polling station naked, and he's the sitting senator, whom we must respect, even me, as much as I'm in a contest with him, I give him the right respect as the sitting senator. And if the sitting senator was stripped of his clothing, then your guess is as good as mine. Quite a number of our agents were chased out of the polling stations to Dr. Talley. And if indeed in a polling station where we believe all other voters are voting for county seats, like the women rep, the total tallies for women rep is adding up to 600. And the total tallies for the seat of Senate is 1,100. Logical sense tells you that 500 votes were staffed in that particular polling station. And this was replicated in all the polling stations. The information that my team has, and which I have, is that the most targeted seat for rigging was that of the Senate. That was the most targeted seat, the most targeted. And when the ballot papers were being handled at the very beginning, because we have this intelligence information, is that there was a blackout and the whole carton of ballot papers for Senate disappeared. You can count the number of ballot papers in a whole carton, what it amounts to. That is why you are seeing very strange numbers here, strange figures. And so, these elections in Bomet, particularly of this seat of Senate, and we've told the CRO, so that you don't ask me whether I've asked the NEB. When we are here, we are dealing with the county returning officer, not to proceed and pronounce results that are not acceptable to the people of Bomet. The people of Bomet must have that democratic right through one man, one vote to elect any leader of their choice. And the process must be foolproof. I'm sure you people of the media, you have seen ballot papers splattered all over polling stations, everywhere, all over polling stations. And I always don't argue without facts. We are avoiding, even if you bring 1,001 hecklers within this particular president to try and masquerade that you have some victory, it is going to be short-lived. Oh yes, extremely short-lived, extremely short-lived. The people of Bomet, the voters, who number 373,000, will determine their senator on the 9th of August through an election that will be presided over by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they could not listen to us, a whole county returning officer cannot create an audience for a simple discussion. What is it that they're hiding? So whatever outcome with respect to the office of the senator, for me, I make it very clear right from the beginning, I shall decline, and I've instructed my chief agent not to sign the results. I'm not going to sign the results, and we're going to take drastic action. And now we are energized to move to the next level. Exactly. Until just the people of Bomet get justice. And in that safari, we will be doing it together, very closely, jointly. And so we tell our supporters, don't be anxious. Don't. Yeah, it's not all. This was just but the beginning. Nominations. And nominations of a party. And that party does not necessarily have power to destroy your right to elect a senator of your choice. And I think